So, good morning, everybody. Now we are speaking about the types of tenses and how it works. So, tense fundamentally means an action. So, an action is always determined by the time of it and, of course, who does it. So, normally we cut it down into two: subject, object, predicate that we know. Noun is timeless, a person is timeless, a name is timeless, but how he lived, what he did is always timed up. So what we have here is right now we are looking at something like I think I'm becoming a hollow man because the light is getting into my face. I don't know how to stop this. Just bear with me. So fundamentally, there are three blocks that we call as things, which is the action, the words, how they go. So activity means an activity has a time frame. Every activity has a time frame. So normally we cut down the tenses into three: present, past, future. And out of this, mostly we are uh, manually lingering around in various levels. I think the flash is gone. So normally the activity that we can do right now is you can say about any verbs that you like. Just the entire class can mimic a verb, just one verb each. You'll see hundreds and thousands of verbs coming out of your mouth. Sit, stand, walk, whatever you do is a verb, right? So how these verbs function and how they are taken into account, they form everything. So normally when we use these tenses, what do we want? What we want is clarity. It means we should be very exact because I see many students introducing to me like this, I am coming from dash. I said, where are you coming from? You're already here. You can say my native is, my locality is, or whatever you can say. But the moment you say I'm coming from, it is not a verbal mistake. It is a ethical mistake. It's a kind of a table manners missing. Meaning, well, of course, you should mean what it is. The clarity, initially, what I told about table manners is different because some students still say this. My father was a farmer. Now I'm asking them, I used to ask them, now is your father not in farming or not alive? The second one is very cruel. But actually, what they say is, my father is a farmer. But since they use this past thing, it immediately becomes past, which is very dangerous because we need to be very clear about the time in which we speak, what we mean by all these things. Meaning, flow. Flow is the combination of various things, like uh, how we add it. Now, sometimes when we are constantly speaking about an event, the time takes a different kind of flow. Unless you're a good storyteller, you can never be a good orator, a good communicator. The simplest way to learn something is if you know to say a good story, you're there. If you know to say a good story, you should listen to a lot of such stories. Accuracy is the same as clarity because they should be functional, they should be factual, and the coherency should be there. That is what the flow and accuracy are going together along with the meaning. These clarity, meaning, flow, accuracy, these are not different times or these are not different things. They are the same things. In a one flow, we can say that, but instead we are adding it like that. That is all. Okay. So that is important that you're very specific about things, especially if you're in corporate. Okay, the basic thing is the easiest thing is the present tense. But it is also the toughest things because the singular plural format always changes. We normally call it general truths and habits. Normally I call it facts. Facts and habits. So facts and habits is I invariably, when we use something as common as that, we see that. Then continuous tense comes when this action is continuing but still in present, not over. It's still on. That has got that. The third one is perfect tense. Whenever you see perfect tense is a combination of two things. Perfect tense is a combination of two sentences connected by a comma. Normally, we say a sentence which have just got passed and it has a relevance in the present. Then we use perfect tense. Perfect continuous is it is a in these two sentences, one action is ongoing. So perfect tenses are a bit tricky, but not difficult. They're always easy to learn. So perfection will comes with practice. So more you practice this, more you go with this, we can learn. Systematically, we can have a special class for perfect tense and see how it happens. If you know the singular plural verb form and how they collide, how they collaborate, not collide. Collide is a motorcycle accident kind of stuff. How they collaborate with each other, we can very easily know this. So these are different aspects of tenses and how they are and how they belong to. Okay. We will see other aspect of tenses soon. We can have elaborate classes of present tense itself because the singular plural is very interesting because normally when we say, are you an Indian? Indian can be singular and plural. So that is a little tricky job to learn because when I ask you, are you an Indian? It's a singular. But when I ask your class students or somebody that, are you Indians? Are you Indian? Then it can become different. So let us go with these singular plurals in a different form together, all together in a different day. Okay. Habitual actions are different. It can come together for places also. Okay. So normally when you refer a place also, the same thing can happen. And we can also have things like science. Science is again fact. So that can also come in present tense. Okay.